Hello, 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 hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is October 8th, 2024, and it is getting cold outside. It's my favorite time of year. We got that natural, crisp feeling in the air. The leaves are finally changing. We're getting that true spooky Halloween type of vibe. People are going to Spirit Halloween, buying their pumpkin spice lattes, organizing their Christmas, not their Christmas parties, Walmart's doing that, organizing their Halloween parties, and getting all the festivities in sync and in line for the spooktacular month of Spooktober. So here we are tonight, watching The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror Part 5, and it won by a good amount of votes. Not a lot of people voted, so I'm kind of scared that there are not a lot of Simpson fans in the universe anymore. And I could totally understand why, because, we are watching a Simpsons episode tonight, but if I had to critique The Simpsons, I would say from the year 2000, it's been on a steady decline in terms of the entertaining factor-ness of the show. In my opinion, and I would think the general people's opinion as well. Hopefully you could hear me. My mic seems like it's on, and it's going hot. It says there's 3 people in the chat right now. Hello, anybody lurking out there? Feel free to drop a message in the chat window, or you could just lurk and not type at all. That's cool too. The choice is yours. It's all gravy. But if you could hit that like button, I would appreciate it a lot, because the likes get my channel up there in the algorithm, in the viewership for other people to check out. And I like to think that doing these type of streams like the Simpsons ones and things like that, might be a bit more unique. So it might give people, a chance to check out my channel, basically. And I just noticed that my camera is not positioned right, so let me do some technical stuff on the fly here. I just made this red border today for a reason, so I should be using it. 1 second. Please stand by. Simpsons, you used to have that technical difficulties. Please stand by. There's a guy like holding a video camera, and he had like a wine bottle in his other hand. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. But I'm not drunk, I assure you. Stone cold sober, baby. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna adjust that a bit more. This a bit more. So I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. And yeah, we're in pretty much, are we in the second week of October now? We are. So we're in that prime time kind of feeling of Halloween, We're getting those real Halloween vibes. That should look better. Those real Halloween vibes are in the air. And I'm super excited. Yeah. That should be good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror Part 5, dude. So welcome to the 3 peeps in the chat. Well, in the video watching. I appreciate you checking out my channel. Hopefully some more people are able to roll in, because like I said, I feel like The Simpsons are not nearly as popular as they used to be. In the 1990s, The Simpsons was basically, cream of the crop when it came to cartoons to watch. For adults, for kids, for teenagers, everybody in between. Because it would kind of like touch on politics, it would touch on real life family stuff, other events, and festivals like Halloween, Christmas, Easter, talk about aliens, etc. So it basically like cover all these different sectors of pulp culture, and I think it would do it in a pretty safe way generally. So that's why people also like watching The Simpsons, because it wasn't as like risque as a South Park, which came around in the late 90s. I believe South Park debuted in 1997, and that caught fire too, but you weren't really getting like, I don't know, little kids or like mature grown-up people that went to church or something watching South Park. I mean, maybe you did, you probably did, but in terms of viewership, like The Simpsons kind of covered all bases, and they were PC enough to welcome everybody, and they were kind of like risque enough in a point where they would mock certain like ways, like how the US is all spectacular and big on themselves, and like like rah rah us, and things like that. And they would like mock other countries for like being like communist regimes and stuff like that, but they would still do it in like a safe s type of way, if that makes sense. So that was The Simpsons, man, in the 90s. But like I said, like after 1999, 2000, 2001, we started getting like Family Guy, South Park. These shows were like getting more and more popular. I think even Futurama was like getting more popular at that point too than The Simpsons. And less and less people were, there were still a lot of people tuning into The Simpsons, but less and less people were giving it the praise that they used to in the 1990s, basically. So that's my Simpsons monologue. But if you disagree, hey, please drop a message and let me know that you think The Simpsons still rock, and I'd be willing to chat about it. It's all cool. Rich! Happy Tuesday, brother. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Are you a Simpsons fan? I was just talking about how The Simpsons kind of went downhill after 1999. I think that's the general consensus with everybody. This is your shit. Hell yeah. Treehouse of Horror, man. Did you vote for number 5, Rich? Because that is what won the poll. I got all of them on my computer. But number 5 won the poll. That's like critically acclaimed as the best, maybe as well. I don't know. Mid-90s had like some awesome Treehouse of Horrors. I didn't see the poll. How are you watching it? Oh, I got them on my PC here because I recorded them a long time ago, like on VHS, and then converted the VHSs to, whatever, like media files or whatever, right? So it's like super plain resolution, I guess, but yeah, still works, right? Feels like we're back in the 90s. Got all the old school ones anyways. You didn't see the poll? Oh, that's cool. It's all good. Yeah, I posted the poll maybe 2 weeks ago or last week. I can't remember. 6 days ago. Is between Treehouse of Horror IV, which is 4. That came out in 1993. Treehouse of Horror 5, 1994, which won the poll. Treehouse of Horror 6, which came out in 1995. And Treehouse of Horror 7, which came out in 96. And Treehouse of Horror 5 won the votes. It won by 56%. Yeah, I'm sure you could find it. I'm sure you can. We'll just do a little preamble here in chat. I was going to do a breakdown of, I was just going to read the synopsis actually. So tonight we're watching the Treehouse of Horror 5. Sync, number 5. Cinco. And number 5, it was season 6 of The Simpsons, actually. And this was directed by Jim Reardon. And it has 3 different episodes in the Treehouse of Horror, part 5. Like 3 different stories, we could say. The first story, called The Shinning, adapted from the popular Stephen King novel or the Stanley Kubrick movie, which are very 2 different things, by the way, but that's another topic we could get into another time. But The Shining, so it's originally called The Shining, but they call it The Shinning in The Simpsons to mock like litigations and lawsuits because they don't want to get sued. So that's the first story. The second story is called Time and Punishment, which I forget which. I think that's like alternate timelines or something like that. I can't remember that one too much. And the third one is Nightmare Cafeteria, where it's like, you can imagine. It's like they're at school, there's that cafeteria, that big lunch lady, and crazy stuff will happen. This original air date of Treehouse of Horror Part 5 was in October 30th, 1994. So that was a whopping 30 years ago. Yeah. 3 decades. That's a long time. So that was 30 years ago, October 30th, 1994. Well, not exactly 30, but it will be exactly 30 in a few weeks. And yeah, very good episode. Very good episode. It originally aired on Fox in the United States on October 30th, 1994. And I won't read anymore because it'll get into spoilers if I read the plot. But yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is, man. Yeah, pretty cool, right, Rich? Pretty cool. And some other historical events in 1994 we could go through here. Howard Stern held a New Year's Eve beauty pageant on January 1st. If you don't know who Howard Stern is, he used to be a shock jock guy on the radio. I'm sure you know what the radio is, right? Please, God, tell me you know what the radio is. But the radio is basically, in the car when you go FM, AM, go like to 102.5 or something. So Howard Stern used to be on a radio station called K-Rock, which was broadcasted from New York City. And he was like, at one time, the most popular radio station of all time. It was really edgy, really raunchy stuff, and entertaining, in my opinion. He was really cool to watch. What else happened? We had Steve Young, third passing title. Oh, my camera just went out. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay. The screen went off, but I'm still good. Sorry about that. Yeah, Rich, Howard Stern, he was huge in the 90s, right? The shock jock. He had all the AAA people on his show too. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Pam Anderson on there, Aerosmith, Lenny Kravitz, Dave Chappelle. You name it. Jerry Seinfeld. I think Jerry Seinfeld didn't go on till like later. You know what I mean? But yeah, good stuff. He still catches stuff from time to time. Really, Rich, is he still pretty good? Stern? I think I've seen a couple clips on YouTube, but I don't know. It's just like I feel like his prime watching times are not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people talk about him. But that doesn't mean he's not good. It just means like it's a different time, right? Now more people are into like YouTube podcasts or Spotify or something like that. where Stern is still like kind of doing that satellite radio or on-demand type of gig, I guess. He still got it. Good to hear. Good to hear. So Steve Young passed his third record title for passing in the NFL on January 3rd, 1994. Steve Young was a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And he was really good, yeah. 3 straight NFL passing titles despite a 37-34 OT loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. First to lodge 3 consecutive passer ratings of 100%, of 100 plus, sorry. Steve Young was a legend. He's a really good quarterback if you watch the NFL. Oh, this one's good. So on January 6, 1994, Nancy Kerrigan was attacked. So Nancy Kerrigan was a figure skater for the United States of America, I believe. And this was like during, I don't know if it was like during the Olympic trials. I don't know if you remember, Rich, or not, but this is probably during like the Olympic trials or figure skating championships. But anyways, like Nancy Kerrigan, this other figure skater lady, she attacked Tonya Harding. And, it says she was attacked by Tonya Harding's bodyguard at the U.S. Championship in Detroit. So I don't know if Tonya Harding actually attacked Kerrigan, or if Tonya, you know what I mean? Or if it was her bodyguard. Because in all the like cartoons and TV shows that made fun of it, they always had like Tonya Harding with like a friggin' wrench in her hand, like after taking out Kerrigan. Classic times. 1994, a long time ago. LT Lawrence Taylor retired from the NFL in 1994. He also wrestled in WrestleMania against Bam Bam Bigelow. The same year, I believe. At WrestleMania 11. I think. Or maybe it was at WrestleMania 11 in 1995. Could have been, actually. Did you find the episode, Rich? I'm just going through a few more tidbits here. Bump and Grind was released by R. Kelly on January 25th, 1994. Are we even allowed to say that name on YouTube, R. Kelly? Man, he's got a couple good songs, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess he's in the same quadrant and category as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean, P. Diddy Combs. If anyone else is lurking in the chat and is wanting to watch this watch along soon, just drop a message in the chat. And I forgot to break it down, so like how this watch along works is there's a follow along clock in the bottom left hand corner of the YouTube video. So you see how it says follow along all in zeros right now. So it's all zeros right now, but when I'm about to start the episode, I'm going to do a countdown from 10 seconds. And then eventually I'm going to go like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click play. So you click play on your side, I click play on my side when I say that. And then that follow along clock will start counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's like that clock is the same as the Simpsons episode basically. So Simpsons episode is the same as that follow along clock. And that's how we synchronize. Know what I mean? So that's how it is. So if you ever get lost or if you're joining late, if I'm like 5 minutes in and you just joined, you're like, oh, I want to catch up. So that follow along clock, if it says 5 minutes, then you click 5 minutes on your video. And that's it. You almost got it? Cool, Rich. No problem. Take your time. So that's how it works. And another thing, just to clarify, I can't show the actual episode on the YouTube video because that's considered copyright, because obviously Simpsons is owned by Fox, probably, or Universal, or whoever owns the Simpsons right now. And if you show any episode or movie licensed thing on your YouTube channel, then that's a copyright, DMCA, Digital Media Copyright Association, or DCMA, Digital Copyright Media Association, one of the two, tomato, tomato. But so in layman's term, I can't show the episode on my YouTube video, so you have to find it on the internet, on Netflix, on Prime. I don't know if it's on like another YouTube or if it's on another site or whatever. You can find it however you want, but you're responsible for finding it on your computer, your cell phone, your tablet, laptop, whatever. And then we just start the episode at the same time and we talk about it as it plays. Comprende, essays? Makes sense? Ooh, Michael Jackson lawsuit. That one's... We'll leave that one under wraps because Thriller's going to be playing in a couple weeks. Oh, Rich, you got it. Nice. You got part 5, right? Right, Rich? That's right. 22:54 is the runtime. It's season 6, episode 6, but it's Treehouse of Horror, part 5. Kind of confusing, but yeah, 94 part 5. Sweet. So Rich has got it. Got it linked up, baby. All right, I'm gonna go through a couple more of these 1994 historical times. Super Bowl 38 was in 1994 at the Georgia Dome. Dallas Cowboys beat the Buffalo Bills. MVP is Emmitt Smith, the running back. Nice. February 3rd, President Bill Clinton lifts the U.S. trade embargo against Vietnam. Okay. That's right, Rich. That's another good fact. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, with Jim Carrey, Canada's Own, came out in 1994. It's a really good movie. That was, I guess that's like Jim Carrey's, like breakout to fame, wasn't it? I mean, you could say In Living Color kind of really sparked off his career, like helped him get out there. But I think Ace Ventura brought him like from here, like in Living Color, like all the way like up here. Because everybody at school, you know, wherever was quoting that movie, you know. Did he have 4 films in 94? What are the 4 films? Was it Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, maybe? Liar Liar? I think Liar Liar came out in 1994. What else came in 94? I don't think Cable Guy came out till 95 or 96, if I'm not mistaken. Right? But yeah, Jim Carrey, he was lit in the mid-90s, man. Oh, both Ace movies came out in 94, huh? Wow, I didn't even know that. Oh, The Mask with Cameron Diaz. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. The Mask. That'd be a fun watch along to do. I haven't watched that movie in years. I remember Son of Mask, or the sequel to The Mask. It wasn't as good in my opinion, but the OG Mask is lit. Yeah, Jim was a very busy guy, huh? He was, yeah. Then from 95, 96. That's right. Well, yeah. Batman Forever, actually. Right, Rich? Batman and Robin wasn't until 97 with Arnold and Uma Thurman. But I like, to that point, with Batman Forever, with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones, I kind of like that movie. You'll get like hardcore Batman fans that say it was complete shit, but I don't know. I kind of like Forever. I like the costume and the music. You get the introduction of Robin, and the colors are kind of cool. You know, it's not as dark and dystopic as the Tim Burton movies, which I actually prefer. But I thought Forever was pretty good in terms of like how Batman acted, and he followed through with the storyline of Batman doesn't kill. Because if you know like the true lore of Batman in the comic books and the structure of the character of Batman is that he doesn't kill people. Where he did in Batman and Batman Returns, he killed people, and in the other movies too, right? Like the one with Ben Affleck. But yeah, Val Kilmer, he was a great Bruce, and yeah, his Batman I guess was just decent, but I thought like Joel Schumacher did a pretty good job of making that movie, Batman Forever. Nicole Kidman is pretty good as Chase Meridian too. Oh yeah, for multiple reasons, I guess. But yeah, so we're almost ready to start here. So we're all synced up, Rich. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to join for the watch along because maybe The Simpsons is not as popular as it once was, huh? Like the prime of The Simpsons was pretty much 30 years ago. Like this is prime Simpsons, 94. Like 94 to 98 maybe, or like you could say like 92 to 98, like that middle stretch of the 90s, early to late 90s. But after that, I remember even like people in school in like 99 and 2000 and 2001 saying, "Oh, like I rather watch King of the Hill or South Park." Remember the South Park movie came out in 2000? And I remember renting that from Blockbuster. And it was pretty raunchy, but it's a good movie, man. Absolutely, 94 was goated Simpsons. For sure. So we're going to start this thing pretty soon. I was just scrolling through more facts here in 1994. Interesting year. Interesting year. Pentium computer beats world chess champ Kasparov in a game of chess. Remember that? The IBM? Or, no, it's a Pentium computer. I always thought it was an IBM, but maybe it was like made by IBM with a Pentium inside. But yeah, that's like the start of AI right there. Computer beat Kasparov's ass in chess. There it is. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh yeah, he blinded an actor during that filming of the movie Cyborg. That movie Cyborg with Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's a scene where it's like, I think Jean-Claude Van Damme was like, has a knife or something, or like something like that, and he grazed the guy's eyeball or something, and he made him partially blind, so he had to do a litigation payout of $500,000 to him. Freaking crazy, man. Crazy. I don't even remember that movie. I remember Time Cop and Universal Soldier and those movies, but I don't think I've seen Cyborg in a long time. Crazy, huh, Rich? Nuts. All right. Ed Wood, directed by Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, premieres September 1994. O.J. Simpson trial, September 29th, first phase. That's crazy, huh? So if everyone doesn't know, I'll give one more warning for the watch along. What we're going to do in a couple minutes, I'm going to do a countdown from 10, and then you see that watch along clock in the bottom left hand corner of the YouTube video. So that follow along text with the zeros there, when I do my countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then I say click play. You click play on your side, I click play on my side, and then that follow along clock will start counting up. 1, 2, 3, and the follow along clock will be the same as the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode clock. And that's how we sync up our times. And I'm not showing the episode on my actual YouTube video because that's a copyright, and you're not allowed to do that on YouTube. So you pretty much have to find Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode part 5, 1994 on your computer, on Netflix, Prime, wherever, so to speak, and pop in the old VHS that you recorded back in the day, and then we'll sync it up and we'll watch. And that's it. So we're going to start this thing very shortly. I'm just going to go get a plate of mac and cheese and then indulge while we watch and chat. George Foreman. November 5th, George Foreman, at 45 years old, KOs Michael Moore to win the heavyweight boxing championship. That's freaking nuts, man. George Foreman was 45 when he KO'd Michael Moore in 1994 for the heavyweight title in boxing. Crazy. It's never too late. That's right, Rich. You got to keep punching, like Rocky says in, all the Rocky movies. Keep punching. That's right. You could do anything at any age. You got it, man. You just got to be willing to adapt and assimilate and jive and move and keep on going. Pete Sampras beats Boris Becker to win the ATP Tour World Championship. Pete Sampras, man, that guy's Greek, I think. Jim Baker, December 1st, American televangelist, is convicted of fraud and is released from jail. Wow. Yeah, cool. Get your food, Rich. I'm going to do the same thing, man. And we'll start this episode up. December 1st, 1994, rapper Tupac Shakur convicted on sexual assault charge and later sentenced to up to 4.5 years in prison. Damn. What year did Tupac die? 96 or 97? He died a couple years later, didn't he? I think like Biggie died a few months before. Or, I don't know. I just remember like East versus West. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s. I think Biggie was from like Detroit or New York, and Tupac was like from West Side, California, right? Those guys had some good music, man. Hey, Mozzarella. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Are you gonna watch The Simpsons with us? Treehouse of Horror, Part 5, 1994. The Shinning. That's it for the historical events in 1994. Pretty interesting. And yeah, right now the weather where I am, it's 12 degrees Celsius, 53 Fahrenheit, which is pretty damn cold, but I'm ready to go hiking in it, you know. It's my favorite weather to hike outside, this type of temperature range. Yeah, Mozzarella, if you want to sync up your Treehouse of Horror Part 5, if you can find it on the internet, Netflix, Prime, whatever website, etc., then we're about to start this thing in a couple minutes. I'm just going to grab a plate of food, and then we'll do the countdown from 10, and then we'll start when I say click play, and that follow along clock in the bottom left hand corner will start going up when I say click play. So we'll all be in sync pretty much. All right, I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. Is everybody pretty much ready for the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror Part 5? The music stop? Nope. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to mute my desktop audio whenever we start the video, whenever we start the episode. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. So let me know when you're ready, Rich, and anybody else that wants to sync up the video with with us, me. The Simpsons, 20 years ago, 1994. This episode of Treehouse of Horror came out October 30th, 1994, and we're in 2024. It's pretty cray-cray, man. Pretty cray-cray. Just getting a bit cozy here. Going the table closer to me. Got mac and cheese. Kraft Dinner mac and cheese. This is not the healthy one that I made on my channel a few weeks ago. It's just, well, there's some spinach in here. And there is some TVP on here as well. So it is kind of the healthy one. But it doesn't have the vegan sausage on it. But can't go wrong with KD. It was a hit in the 90s and it still slaps now. Okay, Rich, you're here. So you ready to start this thing? Yep, sweet. So we're gonna do the countdown just like last time. Just like last time, we'll do the same countdown. I'm just gonna mute my desktop audio here so people can't hear the audio of the episode. Okay, then I'm paused here. Good. Let me just sort out my window display stuff and get all my buttons ready to be buttoned. I'm gonna get ready to push some buttons. This will go here, and then put this here. Okay, this here. Yep, right. So go here. Right. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, peeps. We're gonna do the countdown now. So I'm gonna count down from 10, and then when I get to 3, 2, 1, and I say click play, you click play on your side, I click play on my side, and that follow along clock on the bottom left hand of the screen is going to start counting up in seconds and then minutes. So we're going to be synced in on the same plane basically. So that's what's going to happen. When I say click play, we all click play, and then that countdown clock will start counting up, the follow along clock basically. And we'll do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to start counting down from 10 right about now. Okay, so here we go. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click play. Good? Very, very scary. Marge gets a script. Good, Rich. Nice. 200 Miles to Oregon. Never heard of that movie. The hell? Is that like a Twilight Zone kind of opening? Rod Serling. Cool text. I like the rain. Amusing tombstones. Oh no, not Mo. Salem witch trials. Burn them up. One last smoke. Dude, Rich, Twilight Zone was the shit, man. Love Twilight Zone. Here we go. The Shinning. The Shinning. Remember, Shinning, not Shining. We don't want to get sued. That's right, same intro, Rich. It's like the same thing, set piece by set piece, huh, Rich? John Denver. Ooh, the elevator of blood. Cool. Willie. Gotta love Willie. There it is. Shin. The Shinning. That's right. Isn't haggis like sheep intestines in Scotland? No TV, no beer. I got a Coke right here. Love the bar scene. I've never read the book The Shining, but I love Stephen King. I just think it's like a really, it might be a really long book, kind of like It. Stephen King's It is like super thick, such a long novel. Feeling fine. Pacing's moving so fast. Right? Homer's going crazy. Marge is finding out now. Give me the bet. Into the meat locker. It's a huge place, man. Like a mansion. Wow. Okay. Thank God that's over. Oh, Bart's gonna use the Shinning. Willie's gonna save the day. I always felt bad for Willie. He died so quick in these episodes, man. He's such a cool character too, man. Willie. Well, he's like a throwaway in these Halloween episodes. It's like a running theme for Willie just to get fucking axed. The Scottish groundskeeper, Willie. Saved by TV. These are almost like shorts, right, Rich? Because it's like a 25-minute episode, but it has to be split by three different stories. So it like goes by pretty quick. Yeah, quick fix, pretty much. That's the end of the story right there. Now we're in Time and Punishment. It's just like, yeah, quick laughs, you know? Like, how? How? How does he get it in there again? And wouldn't you feel the shock of it? But it's a special toaster. It's a special toaster. So random. Futuristic toaster. Do you remember this story, Rich? It goes to different timelines. Quiet you. Land before time. Yeah, it's just a mosquito. We do it all the time. I love that. It's like, I don't know. And it's just a mosquito. We kill them all the time, don't we? Right? Ned Flanders. Is this one based off a movie too, Rich? This story? Time and Punishment? Feels like it is, but feels kind of unique in a sense too. What the hell are you smiling at? Oh, it's based on a book, Crime and Punishment. Thanks. I'll have to look that up. Mo. Oh, God. It's like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The dogs. What an idiot. But it works. Nice dodge. Oh, the poor fish. Crime and Punishment, huh? Feels like a Twilight episode, too. Twilight Zone episode. That's a good idea for a watch along, man. Twilight Zone. Oh, God. It's not so bad. What's a donut? What, did I miss the Terminator 2 reference? Where was it, Rich? What was it? There goes Willie. See? Every episode. Oh, poor lizard. I missed the Terminator 2 reference, Rich. There's the aliens. Always liked those characters. Thought they were pretty cool. That's not so bad. They're like snakes or something. Snake tongues. Oh, good catch, Rich. The floor morphing into the television screen. Yeah, when T1000 has like that, when he's by like the soda machine or the vending machine, right? He morphs into that thing. Good scene. So this is Nightmare Cafeteria. Is this based on anything too? Great F meat. Jimbo. Bite me, Skinner. Oh, you think so, huh? Yeah, I forget too. I don't know. But it seems like they're all based on something, right? There's like one about the fly or something. I forget which one there's at, but Bart mixes his DNA with the fly, like the fly, Jeff Goldblum, right? Huh. Jimbo Burgers. Look like Sloppy Joes. Love a good Sloppy Joe. The German exchange student. Here we go, Oktoberfest. Oh god, that's so brutal. See what I mean? Like Simpsons, like they're kind of PC, but they're kind of like blurring the lines of being sadistic too. I'll make a note of Twilight, Twilight Zone watch along because I think that'd be a good poll to make Twilight Zone. Eat a stick of butter. Damn, she gained a lot of weight, huh? Ansel Greta reference. Oh right, for dropping a pencil, really? The joy of cooking Millhouse. Eating kids, right? Got it. The free range children. What? Does Willie have to die in every single freaking episode? It's not even every episode, it's like every single story that Willie dies. I feel bad for the Scottish groundskeeper. Eating your shorts. This feels like a reference too, Rich, with the blender, with like the giant blender and you fall in. I mean, it happened to Chucky in Chucky 3, right? But I think it's like from other movies and stuff like that too. I know it sucks. Millhouse bit the dust. Oh, you remember this? The fog? Weather stripping. One. Dun, 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 dun. They do like a dance off, right? Inside out. I know, it's pretty brutal, yeah. But they make it seem so lighthearted, too. I guess, yeah, you couldn't show that now on a cartoon, huh? Like a kid's cartoon, especially. Halloween. I like how this episode came out right before Halloween back in the day as well. October 30th is the day before. So I guess Halloween was on a Monday in 1994. Mind blow, man. Oh, they did the Dracula piano thing at the end. Cool. Well, wow, that was fast, right, Rich? 22 minutes and 54 seconds. Jeez. That's pretty good, yeah. I feel like watching another one. That was great. Fast, but like you said, like quick hits, you know? It's a quick hitter, but it's fun. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was a good episode. Did you like it, Rich? The part five? I thought part five was pretty good. It's pretty solid. 1994 Treehouse of Horror Part 5. If I had to pick a favorite story out of that episode, I would go with the Shinning slash Shining, just because I do like that movie with Jack Nicholson, and I like the Stephen King TV movie. The TV movie that came out in 1997 of The Shining is actually more accurate to the Stephen King novel compared to the Stanley Kubrick Shining that came out in the 80s or the late 70s, whenever that came out. So, yeah, that's some food for thought. You like the second one, Rich? What was it called? Time and Punishment with the toaster. That's really cool. You said it was based on a book, Crime and Punishment, right? Crime and Punishment. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one with the Land Before Time reference and all the dinosaurs and the alternate timelines. It's kind of like Back to the Future as well, right? All those alternate timelines. And yeah, it was cool. It was creative. I liked it too. 1994. Wow, that was Treehouse of Horror episode. Well, part five they call it. 1994. And then next year, Treehouse of Horror Part 6, 1995. That had Willie playing as Freddy Krueger, and that actually got that tied for last with Treehouse of Horror Part 4, which is like a Dracula themed episode. Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Am I gonna play some Resident Evil? Not tonight, Rich. Just because I got an early morning tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. But I don't know. I'm thinking about this Friday playing some Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. So I might continue Resident Evil sometime. It depends on the timelines we're going with here. But for this Friday, I've already pre-planned a stream for Super Castlevania 4, which is a classic, very classic game, retro gaming, and super super cool and great Halloween type of game as well. Some news for me, yeah. What is it, Rich? Oh, Alien Isolation 2 is coming out. Really? No way. You serious? That's crazy. I'll have to check that out. Do you know when? Alien Isolation 2. Confirmed on 1 day ago. Wow. So is it going to be is it gonna continue the story of Amanda Ripley? Because remember, were you there for the last episode of the live stream when I beat it? Because you remember, I can't remember if like that lady captain is she still alive? That lady captain? Because I remember like one person was saying she's dead, and one person said no, she's alive, and you had Amanda Ripley floating there, I guess. So is Amanda Ripley still alive? I'm not sure. Um, there's a lot of like questions I have from the end of that game. Yeah, I kind of forget too. I was just trying to think. I just remember like I think Power Gear was saying that the female captain was dead, the one that was talking to Ripley on comms. But then somebody else in the chat was saying no, she's alive. So I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. And I don't know about Amanda Ripley because it ended with Amanda Ripley floating in space, right? That's what I remember from the end. So cool. I mean, that game from 2014 stood up like 10 years later like so well, huh? In terms of the graphics and everything like that. It was really good. Such a fun game. The pacing, the gameplay, the working Joes, the xenomorph, the mechanics like learning to use the flare and all that stuff. Yeah, the noisemaker, pipe bomb, etc. Like there's a lot of stuff that I didn't do in that game, like using the noisemaker and the pipe bomb and all that. But there's so much you could do on a replay that it makes like the game, have a lot of longevity to it. It is really wild, and especially the graphics. The graphics stood out to me so much because those are 2014 graphics, but they look beautiful in 2024, so just something to think about, right? Yeah, crazy, man. But hopefully you join for, if you could join for Friday, Rich, for the Super Castlevania, that'd be sweet. Because that's the what's it called? The next game I'm streaming, Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. And that game, if I could beat it, I don't know. I've played it a couple times, and I did play it last Halloween, so I feel like I have some muscle memory when it comes to that game. But it's still really challenging too. But if I could beat it all in that one night on Friday night, I'd be freaking stoked. So we have Super Castlevania 4 on Friday night, October 11th, and then a day later we have Stephen King's It, the two episodic TV series from 1990 that is now a 3 hour movie. And we're going to watch all 3 hours. Oh, then I forgot. We have Final Destination on October 10th. Wow, I got three more streams planned. Okay. In 2 days, we have Final Destination, which is Thursday. So Thursday night, we have Final Destination. Crap, I got a lot planned here. Okay. I just planned these all on Sunday, so I'm just realizing it now. It's crazy, man. So, Rich, are you in for it or Final Destination or both? I got to post more polls tomorrow too because I got to start scheduling stuff for next week. I totally forgot, man. I got to post more polls for next week because I'm behind on polls. My last poll was Final Destination, so I really got to post some polls. Because I want to do the same thing, watch along Thursday, Saturday for next week, ideally, and then maybe a couple TV shows as well. So I'll have to do, yeah, okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Oh, you're in for both? Sweet, Rich. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Ginger Snaps. I remember that movie. That's with I forget the actress's name, but Ginger Snaps. It's about like that. Yeah, that it's kind of like it feels like a werewolf movie, kind of, or yeah. That those two girls are in high school, and then one girl starts turning, and yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I think it came out around like 2005, 2004, 2006, maybe around that timeline, mid 2000s. But what would you categorize Ginger Snaps under? Well, it came out in 2000. What the hell? Whoa, okay. Who's that lead girl? Emily Perkins. Is that her name? No, Catherine Isabel is the girl I'm thinking about. Catherine Isabel. She was in Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps 2. Oh, Ginger Snaps 2 came out in 2004. Yeah, yeah, it is Canadian. I think it was filmed like in the suburbs of the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. Yes, yes, it's very Canadian. It's super cool. I'm looking at it's a horror fantasy, so maybe I could do Ginger Snaps in a horror fantasy um horror fantasy poll. Uh, yeah, I could put Ginger Snaps in one of the choices. Thanks for the idea, Rich. Creature feature. Cool. Thank you. Creature feature. What does that mean again? Oh, that's a creature feature, kind of. Okay. Because what is a creature feature? Like, I can't even remember what a creature feature really is. Creature feature is kind of like monster from the Blue Lagoon or Swamp Thing, right? Is that a creature feature, kind of? Werewolf movie. That's another idea. Uh, Frankenstein, Dracula, werewolf zombies. Yeah, kind of like that, right? Monsters, basically, right? Right. You remember Cloverfield, the first Cloverfield? I don't know if that's a horror movie, but it kind of feels like Godzilla because I actually prefer the sequel Cloverfield with with Goodman, John Goodman from Roseanne, to the first movie because the first movie just felt more like a Godzilla movie where it's like super huge and it's like this obscure monster and you can't really tell what it is. I mean, the movie was pretty good, but I liked the second Cloverfield because it focused on the characters a bit more, like John Goodman and the dynamics of forgot what happened, but yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, I gotta post more polls tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow sometime. Um, Post more polls because I gotta start scheduling stuff for next week, and we need votes in order for that to happen, right? But it is October, and it seems like people are really active on those polls when it comes to voting, which is nice to see. So yeah, that's awesome, Rich, that you're going to be in for both. So like I said, we got in the order of appearance. So October 10th, which is Thursday, we have Final Destination, starring Devon Sawa. It came out in the year 2000. It also stars Sean William Scott from American Pie. So we got that happening Thursday night, October 10th, 8 p.m., Final Destination. And then a day later, October 11th at 8 p.m., Friday night, we have Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. So these are all live streams, by the way. And then a day after that, we have Stephen King's It, 1990, which is another horror movie watch along. And we're going to be watching both parts. So all 3 hours plus, whatever it is, in one showing. And it's going to be good because they all float. They all float down here, Billy Bob. And yeah, it's going to be good. That's right, Rich. We stacked for the spooktacular, spooky Spooktober. We're stacked, baby. We're stacked. Yeah, I'm hyped. Should be good. Should be grand, as they say. I'm really excited for Final Destination. Final Destination. It's when the wind blows. Feel the wind blow. Then is it your fate? Is it not? We'll see. Yeah, Rich, I'm going to turn in as well. Thanks for joining, man, and finding that episode and doing the watch along together. It was fun, as always, and a fun chat. And to any lurkers out there, thank you so much as well. You can smash that like button on your way out. The like helps a lot to have a like spike and get it up there. And have a good night, Rich. Take care. And everybody else, take care as well. Like, we're going to do more watch alongs and play alongs, as I just mentioned. Just subscribe, turn the notifications on for more content and more videos as well. I'm going to be posting too. And I hope everyone's having a good Spooktober and spooky season, because we're just getting warmed up. We have just began. So happy Halloween, everybody. And hopefully you enjoyed this watch along of The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror Part 5. It was a fun one. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.